Bada boom, bada bang, bada bop. We are back today with the best one shoe rotation at every single price point for every budget. No matter how much you're looking to spend on a shoe, I'm going to tell you, if you want just one shoe to do it all, which one you should get. So if you're looking for a new training shoe, you're in the right place. An even better place, and especially if you're on a budget, an even better place would be the Supwell app. The reason why Supwell app is my app. It's the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace out there. We have the best deals on running shoes because it's a police chopper or something, man. Thought I could just keep the verbal train rolling, but we had to stop. It's the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace out there. If you're looking to get a deal on a shoe, somebody might get a shoe like this, the Evo SL. I actually saw one that went up this morning, or a shoe like the Mega Blast, or a shoe like the Adidas Evo SL2. They'll put a run on it. It doesn't work for them, so they list it on the app well below MSRP. So if you want to save money on shoes, save money on gear, like a watch, save money on the new fall merch that's dropping 9/20 this Saturday, get in with us. It's also the best hobby jogger community out there. People getting after it daily, putting in work, racking and stacking miles. So join us and enjoy today's video. Dude, the moth is back. And I have coffee. I'm gonna spill my hot coffee everywhere. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, hold on. Oh. I'm telling you, as a rogue actor, it's on the Evo SL now. Dude, self-defense. Oh my gosh, you see that thing? It's right up there. Oh gosh. I know people think I'm kidding when I'm talking about Barefoot Mafia this, Barefoot Mafia that. It is not a joke. It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide. The only thing you can do in times like this, get on that mileage train and make sure it keeps rolling. Afternoon coffee today. I'm fired up because this is my fourth video. This is my fourth video that I filmed today. Sometimes life gives you obstacles, challenges, things that make it harder to do what you need to do. And you can either quit or you can keep it rolling and attempt to have a smile on your face. So I'm drinking a great cup of coffee right now. So good. I got a 5-pound bag of the Diego Horta Anaerobic Natural. So good. I also got some coffee for my birthday too, so I'm just stocked up on coffee right now. Anyway, shoe rotation killers. These shoes will murder your entire rotation. You think you need a max cushion shoe, you think you need a recovery shoe for 46-minute runs and a daily trainer for runs that are 37 minutes and below. You think you need a shoe for 200-meter repeats and 800-meter repeats and a separate shoe for mile repeats, plus an additional shoe for tempo runs. No, these shoes right here will murder in cold blood all of those shoes I just listed. You just need one shoe to do it all. One shoe like this, the best running shoe of all time, the Adidas Evo SL. No, that's not true. You don't just need one shoe. There is a benefit to having a shoe rotation. There's lots of benefits, actually. We can talk about the injury prevention benefit. That is the number one cited benefit. So having something with a higher drop, maybe that's firmer, and then having something with a lower drop that's softer, more of a rocker, they'll put different stresses on your body. That's one of the benefits. Second benefit, you'll extend the life of the shoes. So if you're running something every day for 2 months, you're gonna wear it out pretty quickly, and that's also connected to the first benefit. You might wear yourself out running the same shoe every day. But the third benefit, mental, of having a shoe rotation. It's nice to just, not just being a sicko and getting a new shoe every week, but just having at least 3 or 4 things, or even 2 things, switching it up. Okay, today I'm feeling a fast run. Today I'm feeling a more relaxed run. It's good to have a couple options. However, sometimes we just want simple. Either we're just starting out, or we know we're going on a trip and we can only take one shoe. Or you like the idea of having a do-it-all shoe, even if you're not actually going to use one shoe. So that's why I'm putting together this video, the best do-it-all shoe on every single budget, starting from under $100 to over $200. So let us start out with it. I'm just holding this shoe for the algorithm. Yeah, we're not going to talk about this for a little bit, but it's the Evo SL, so here you go. Let's start off with the under $100 shoe. I'm actually going to give you, I was going to say 2. I'm actually going to give you 1. And if you watch the deals video, is this one. I highlighted this yesterday too. Well, I don't know how I'm going to sequence these videos. I think I'm going to do deals and then this one. But this is $80 right now. This is the Adidas Evo SL2. You can get it for $80 at Dick's Sporting Goods. And is one of my favorite daily trainers, man. I did absolutely everything in this shoe last year. It can go long. It can go short. It can go fast. What's the opposite of fast? You know it. It's not slow, actually. It's relax. Yeah, I got you there. It's a banger, man. So you don't need to spend a lot of money to get a good shoe. And I love that these shoes exist. And that's one of the benefits of the Nikes and the Adidases of the world. At least in the US, these brands produce in such volume, which allows them to cut their prices on their mainstream movers like this or the Pegasus. So this is one of those hidden gem shoes that not everybody knows about. If you follow this channel or if you follow running shoes in general, you likely know about this shoe, but you can't find it at Dick's Sporting Goods in the store. You can't find it at Academy Sports. It's not going to be in a Finish Line. So you got to know, but if you do know, if you poke around for a deal online, this is one of the best ones. So I would highly recommend this to anybody who's looking for a new shoe for cross-country season and just want something that they don't have to think about, that they can just use, work, get the job done. Also, if you're looking for something for the gym and running, if you want to run a few miles and walk around, this would be great. I know it's not the coolest brand anymore for casual use, Adidas. I guess the Sambas and the Campuses and the Gazelles are cool, but the athletic stuff isn't the coolest anymore, but just a really solid shoe. So this would be my pick for under $100. Adidas Evo SL2, $80 deal right now at Dick's Sporting Goods. I'll put all these links in the description below, by the way. All right, next up, for around $100, we have the Hoka Mach 6. This is the Murder Pack colorway because it's going to come and murder your entire rotation. So this is one where I don't actually know what the cheapest deal you can find online is, but you can almost always find one of these for around $100 in store at Dick's. So again, you just got to know, and this is what I was saying yesterday in the deals video. So if you're looking to spend around $100, what? She spelled it wrong. She spelled it wrong. Check. That's funny. Charlie just came out here telling me something funny. Anyway, yeah, Hoka Mach X6. If you're gonna spend around $100, this is a great shoe. You can also find, here's the thing, Supwell app. and I don't want to make this a Subwall app plug, but if you are going to spend around $100, you can find a lot of good shoes. The plated shoes for around $100. If you're looking for something like the Hyperion Max 3 or a Super Blast, Subwall app is great, or a Poshmark or an eBay or any of these secondhand marketplaces. So if you have $100 and you are looking for something slightly elevated, because that's the thing with this, it has the supercritical EVA foam, is maybe not the most durable, but I don't know, I have heard decent reports on this, so it just depends on what you're looking for. Soft, bouncy, really fun shoe, great shoe if you're training for 5Ks or 10Ks and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg to get a quality shoe. My personal preference out of the two of these, not even thinking about the price, would be the SL2. But again, if you're more of a Hoka fan, or you just want something with a different look or a different feel, this does have more of a rocker to it, so more of the rolling feel and a smoother geometry, then the Mach 6 is not a bad choice. All right, going up in price to $140. So we went sub 100, we went around 100, so 100 to 120, and you can get a lot of different colorways on sale for the Mach 6. If you're looking for a specific one, around 115. The Mach 7 will be coming soon. Now, if we go up to 145, sorry, not 145, 140, boom. Brooks Hyperion Max, no, not Max, Brooks Hyperion Standard 2. Brooks, no. Do I need to redo this take? Do I need to just restart though? Okay. Boom. Brooks Hyperion 3. That was smooth, right? Brooks Hyperion 3. So I ran this for the first time last week. I don't have a ton of miles on it, so just take with that what you will. However, I do know a lot of people who've gotten this, other reviewers who I really respect and trust, like an FOD runner or Dr. Andrea from Doctors of Running, really like it, and it felt super similar to me to the $225 Mag Max. Very similar drop of foam that's really nice and bouncy, and it almost feels like the Mag Max, but also, or the Mega Blast. Did I say Mag Max? This feels like the Mega Blast. It almost feels to me also like a Hyperion Max 3, so the dual-plated, plastic-plated shoe without the top layer of foam. So in that shoe, you get the soft and bouncy PIBA up top, you get the stiff carbon fiber plate. In this one, it's 100% of this non-plated foam. And this was a big thing a few years ago. Everyone was looking for a non-plated long-run shoe or a non-plated speed shoe. I've stopped seeing that query, that question, that inquiry so much, but this is one of the best now non-plated speed type shoes, up there with the Mega Blast. So if you are looking for something that's going to be highly versatile with some pep and some cushion, that's the thing I was surprised at with this. It's 37 millimeters in the back, but it feels highly protective. This is a really great shoe. I also put some decent workouts on the last version of this, and I can give it a big thumbs up for speed work. So this one leans more to the speed side, but it still has the daily comfort. So the first run that I did in this was actually a 12-mile, 1 hour and 45-minute run or something like that, 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I was going long in this, and most people who are looking for a do-it-all shoe at this price point likely are probably not going 2-hour runs all the time. If you're doing a bunch of 2-hour runs, I would suggest to get a second shoe, get a long run shoe and a daily trainer. But if you're doing long runs of 6 miles, long runs up to an hour, this has more than enough comfort for that. Plus, it has the pep. So if we contrast that with the $150 do-it-all shoe I'm going to put on this list, because if I did not include this list, I would be getting hate mail. Or if I did not include this shoe, I'd be getting hate mail. It's just ridiculous, man. If I don't include the Evo SL in a post on Instagram, it could be the most random post. It could be top 5 max cushion shoes of 2025. And somebody would say, where's the Evo SL? It could be most comfortable shoes for walking. Where's the Evo SL? Comparing every brand to an NFL team. Where's the Evo SL? Like, dude, this post was not even about shoes, right? So this is a shoe that has really taken on a life of its own. It is just living rent-free in the minds of a lot of people out there. And if you don't talk about it, you will get in trouble. So I don't feel like getting in trouble today. We will put it on the list. $150, Adidas Evo SL. Some people think it's the greatest shoe of all time. I don't. I think it is a very solid speed-oriented shoe. I personally would not use it as a do-it-all shoe. If I could only pick one shoe from this list, it wouldn't be this one. Some people would. The reason is because it does have this more aggressive feel. So the rocker geometry that you see here and the lower drop, so the drop is the difference between the front and the back. So it is very low, and it has this feel where it's almost tipping you back. It almost feels like a flat shoe, right? It's not gonna work for everyone, but if you can use this rocker, which I do at my speed paces, my speed mechanics are very different from my daily mechanics. So if you can use this rocker, pop off the front, and you're landing more like this or like this. Both Barrett and Meredith on the Supwell team love this shoe because they land like this and like this. Grant and I, we don't love this shoe because we land more flat-footed, right? We both like it for the slightly faster stuff and stride. So that's really the decision with this shoe. Not every shoe is going to be everybody's silver bullet. This is one that is great for you if you're going to be landing closer up to the front of the platform, or if you just want something very speed oriented. Now, the other thing I would say is if you're a bigger runner and you're putting down more force through the heel, this has also been loved by a lot of people. So it's a dual character shoe. You can either be jamming the heel or landing up at the front with a higher cadence. It's really going to depend on your preferences, your mechanics, and what type of a shoe you are looking for. You also have to keep in mind it's just a very speed oriented shoe. Nearly all these shoes I've pulled out are. SL2 has some more range to it. Another alternative at this price point, $150, would be something like the A6 Nova Blast 5, or you could get a Nimbus on sale if you're looking for a comfort shoe. But with this idea of a do-it-all shoe, the reason I went for these shoes that are speedier is because if you want something that does everything, it's likely that you are doing workouts, right? If you're just jogging for 30 minutes, it's not likely that you're looking for a do-it-all shoe. You're looking for a daily trainer, and that would be the daily trainer list. So really awesome shoe for speed, for long runs. I've had really good long runs in this shoe, actually in the other colorway that I had, which is the white and black. I did a 30-mile long run and a 20-mile long run, so one of the best long run shoes out there that has the speedier feel. It's not a shoe that I personally will put in my all-time faves, but I know a lot of people will, and $150 is a more than fair price for it. The foam is not as special as what's in the Mega Blast, but a very solid shoe for the price point. All right, talking about bro, we gotta do a coffee break. So I filmed the deals video before this, and my transitions were so snappy. I was on it, and now this is like the fourth quarter of the game. This is like mile 23 of a marathon, my fourth video of the day. I can barely get a sentence out without stumbling over my words. It's tough, man. It's tough. And the gosh dang moth is back. It's gonna get me pushed out in the street. All right, going up in price, $175. Saucony Endorphin Speed 5. May or may not be surprised to see this on this list, but I love this shoe, man. This was one of my, I think, most surprising, enjoyable shoes of the year because, no, it's not a crazy, new, groundbreaking, innovative shoe like the Mega Blast. It's not even as stacked as the Mach X3 or as comfortable as the Neo Vista 2, but it's just a really well-rounded shoe that can do a little bit of everything. So at my paces, anywhere from an 850 down to a 5 flat is normally where I'm training. Feels good for most of those. Now, it doesn't have the most snap and bite for the higher end speeds. That would be where the Evo SL takes it, or for me, a carbon plated race shoe takes it. But for most people out there, especially if you're looking for one shoe to do it all, it's likely you're not training a ton in the 5s and the 4s, and maybe you don't need the most bite. So if you're looking for something that has a fast feel but still has comfort, this is a great pick. And it is a plated shoe, but it's very flexible here. So I wouldn't mind having this as a one shoe rotation. Maybe you want to get something else to mix in with it. And this is the thing, right? Once you start getting up to 175, 180, it's likely that you do already have something else. So maybe you have a Brooks Ghost or a Hoka Clifton and you're looking to pair it with something else. This is an excellent shoe at the $175 price range. Now, an alternate at this price range would be, bang, Nike Vomero Plus. So I want to give two options here. And these are two shoes. I mean, this would actually be a great 1-2 punch right here. And it doesn't have to be these exact shoes, but these types of shoes. You have a Comfort Max Cushion shoe. It could be the Nimbus. It could be the Glycerin Max. Or it could be this, the Vomero Plus. And you have a speed shoe, something with a plate in it. Or maybe it's the Mach X3 or Hyperion Max shoe. So this would be an excellent two-shoe rotation. But if you're looking for one shoe and you want something comfort-oriented, the Vomero Plus would be great. Because similar to the Speed 5, you could think of these two as almost Opposite twins. Opposite twins. This is soft and bouncy, and it's supposed to be for speed, but it leans comfortable. This is medium and medium bouncy, and it's supposed to be for comfort, but it leans kind of speed. It has this oddly aggressive feel to it. So they're two shoes that blur the lines between their intended purpose and what an opposite intended purpose might be. Neither of them is the best possible shoe for speed or the best possible shoe for comfort, but they have a little bit of everything. And for me, I don't always love those shoes because, yeah, I do have the benefit of testing everything. And even if I didn't test everything, I would probably have 5 or 6 or 7 shoes and just have shoes with clearly defined purposes. But if you want something that's capable of doing everything, then there are If you want something that's capable of everything, if you want something that's capable of doing everything, then there are necessarily trade-offs. There need to be decisions that the product designers make, right? If we want a shoe to be the most comfortable thing ever, it's likely going to be heavier. If we want a shoe to be the fastest thing ever, like the Ray or the Fast R3, we're going to have to cut some foam off the back end. However, if we want a shoe to be approachable and accessible for a lot of people, like the Vomero Plus, we can add more comfort into a speed shoe or add more pep and aggression into a max cushion shoe like Nike has done here with the Vomero Plus. So these would be my picks for one shoe rotations at the 175 to 180 price point. Well-rounded max cushion shoe in the Vomero Plus and a nice approachable well-rounded speed shoe in the Endorphin Speed 5. All right, last shoe here, 200 plus, is actually in my suitcase and I haven't unpacked. From the weekend trip, and I'm going on work travel tomorrow, so I just left the Mega Blast there. It's definitely coming with me. Let me go grab it. I wish a moth would try me in the Mega Blast, but to get real grimy in the Mega Blast, it's not really a list without the Mega Blast. Asics gave the world a gift with the Mega Blast. Yeah, this thing's a banger. So over $200, it's got to be the Mega Blast. It's got to be the Mega Blast, man. So if you are going to pay a pretty penny for a shoe and you want it to do everything, this is the best on the market right now because it can go long, it can go short. It can go fast, and it can go, that's actually the thing, it can't go slow and it can't go relaxed. So again, with any of these shoes, there are trade-offs. That's what I always want to emphasize when we do these rotation killer videos or talk about a shoe being the best for everything. And with this being a shoe engineered more for speed, not the absolute best for relaxed jogging. It almost feels like you can't jog in this no matter what your pace is. And I actually saw somebody on the Supple app who's running 10 and 11 minute paces say, I can see why Ioana loves this shoe because his everyday paces are my tempo paces, and his tempo pace was an 8 minute or something. And for me, I feel that at my relaxed paces when I'm running 8:30 or 8:50, that is not the most optimal. So all of these shoes still have areas where they're the most optimal and areas where they're not the most optimal, but it's just minimizing the suboptimal aspects. Or maybe it's the most optimal for speed, but it's not a terrible brick and uncomfortable for jogging. And that's how I feel about this. The worst that I can say about it is that it's a slightly firm daily trainer at those slower paces. But for everything else, for any time where I'm actually running, not just suffering jogging, which I do a fair bit of when I'm doing high mileage and workouts, anytime where I'm running, putting force down into the shoe, turning over the legs, getting them to pop off the ground, man, this is a complete banger. It's such a fun shoe. I've waxed poetic across myriad videos about all of the fantastic qualities built into this package, but let me list off a few of them for you right here. Lightweight, about 250 grams with a high stack height, so the stack to weight ratio is out of this world. Awesome geometry. So look at the front here. You got this great rocker. Lots of foam in the heel and cushion in the heel, so you can land at the back, you can land at the middle, you can land at the front. good padding around the back of the upper here, and it also looks great. That was 5 things for you right there. 6, durability. Man, durability is at 120 miles or so, and the rubber is holding up great. 7, off-road capability. Man, I've taken this on a few light trails now, and it's done great. The wet weather grip is going to be great too. It just feels great. It doesn't get too tired. I took this for a 25-mile long run, which was 3 hours and 15 minutes, and I had to do a 25 piece because it cost $225. Not a lot of people even got that. It went over their heads. Yeah, this is a great shoe. I've made a lot of videos about it, but this is the one shoe that I would personally pick if I could only have one shoe. It would have to be this, and especially if you're looking for something to race in. And I've seen a lot of people running 4-hour marathons who say this is now going to be their marathon shoe. So if you're looking for something to race in and train in, this one is fantastic. If you are going to do a 2-shoe rotation, you should pair this with something super comfortable. So get a More V5 on sale, or get a pair of Nimbus on sale, or a Ghost Max on sale. Something that is just pure comfort. That would be what I pair this with for those days where you're super beat up, or even something like the Aeroglide that just leans more toward comfort. So there you go. That is the best 1-shoe rotation at every price point. Let me know in the comments why I'm wrong. Oh gosh. Oh, that's Walter, my neighbor's dog. I thought it was a fox or something, but he just came tearing across my lawn. Yeah, let me know why I'm wrong. Let me know what your 1-shoe rotations at every price point are. Let me know which other ones I should have included. I tried not to do anything super aggressively plated. I don't know, like a Boston 13 you could have put on here, but I already had the Evo and the SL2. So yeah, let me know which ones should I have included. Should I have done a stability one or something? Maybe a Saucony Hurricane 25. That would be a good 1-shoe rotation for someone who's doing walk, jog, and wants a comfort pick for a half marathon. So let us know in the comments. And guess what? I will be back tomorrow. If I sequence these like I'm thinking, and this goes up Thursday, I'll be back tomorrow in Mint Hill with another video. Live, not live, but same day. It's different. I know it's different when I pre-record it, but we got to do what we got to do, man. This is the thing about the daily grind. If you want to take a day off, put in some extra work beforehand. That's just my system, and I know a lot of people can relate to that too. So I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who's been holding it down this week while I'm gone. Shout out to the 3,000 Club putting in the work. Maybe it's even the 4,000 Club now. I'll have to check. I'll have to check when I'm back what the lowest viewed video was. And if we were above 4, then we can upgrade it. But I'm guessing it's still 3. So we can even maybe drop it to 2. Because sometimes I haven't checked the views from the video, the family videos, the family vlogs. Sometimes those will be 2.1K views. So maybe we're down to the 2,100 Club. Ooh, that'll be tough. All right. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. Film 4 videos in one day. Whew. This is not a shoe review channel. It's a grind tutorial. Step 1, wake up. Step 2, get after it. Step 3, repeat. This is the conductor of the mileage train. Those are the instructions. It's a grind tutorial, man. A lot of people not hungry though. That's the thing. People think they want to grind, and then they look at their fridge and they see it's fully stocked. You gotta grind like that thing is empty. It's the empty fridge autumn. Last year was gentle autumn. No, it's the empty fridge autumn.